There's a moment in the first season of Stranger Things that feels almost more alien than the Demogorgon itself. It's when Lucas Sinclair, our fiercely loyal and pragmatic friend, stands on the polished wooden court of the Hawkins High School gym, trying out for the basketball team. For a show about psychic girls and monsters from another dimension, this might seem like a normal, even boring, subplot. But if you look closer, Lucas's journey from the dungeons. It's a story about growing up, about finding your place in a world that constantly tries to put you in a box, and about the complicated psychology of wanting to belong. To understand why Lucas joining the team is such a big deal, we have to start at the beginning. Lucas, from day one, is the skeptic. He's the one questioning Eleven's story, he's the one urging caution, he's the one holding the group together with logic when everything is falling apart. His core personality is built on being observant, strategic, and protective, but he's also, like his friends, a social outcast. In the harsh ecosystem of 1980s high school, the party Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Will are at the bottom of the food chain. They are the nerds, the geeks, the kids who get shoved into lockers and called names. Their identity is forged in the basement, around a fantasy game, in opposition to the cool kids, the jocks like Steve Harrington and Tommy H. So when we see Lucas, a year after fighting interdimensional creatures, putting on sneakers and shooting hoops alone, it's a seismic shift. On the surface, it's simple, a kid likes basketball and wants to play. But psychology is rarely about the surface. This isn't just about a sport. It's about a fundamental human need, the need for status, for respect, and for a new identity. Think about what Lucas has been through. He helped save the world, but at school, did he get a parade? A medal? No, he's still Sinclair, one of the weirdos. The basketball team, however, represents something tangible. It's a ladder in the social jungle. The players are visible, celebrated, and considered normal. For a boy entering his teenage years, the allure of trading the stigma of being a nerd for the approval of being an athlete is incredibly powerful. It's a chance to rewrite his story, not as a kid who plays games in a basement, but as a kid who excels under the bright lights of the gym. This is a classic psychological drive called self-redefinition. After the trauma of the Upside Down, where he felt powerless, basketball offers a controlled environment where power, skill, and success are clearly defined by points on a scoreboard. But this desire creates what psychologists call cognitive dissonance, a mental discomfort from holding two conflicting beliefs. Lucas believes, I am loyal to my friends, but he also starts to believe, I need to be something more to be valued. His attempt to join the team is him trying to resolve that dissonance. He isn't necessarily rejecting his old friends, he's trying to add a new, socially acceptable layer to his identity. He wants the jacket, the recognition, the feeling of being part of a winning, mainstream tribe. This is a normal, almost universal, teenage experience, the painful, awkward branching out from the childhood group to explore who you might become. The tryout scene is a masterpiece of silent psychology. We don't need a big speech. We see his determination, his focus, the way he blocks out everything else. He's fighting for this new future. And when he makes the team, his smile is pure, unadulterated joy. He did it. He crossed the invisible line. He is now, officially, an insider on one of the most important institutions in Hawkins. But here's where the psychology gets even more interesting. Becoming an insider in one group often means feeling like an outsider to another. The moment Lucas pulls on that varsity jacket, a subtle wall goes up between him and the party, especially Mike and Dustin. The jacket is a symbol, a uniform that announces a new allegiance. To his old friends, it can feel like a betrayal. Their jokes about him being a jock or a lover of sports aren't just teasing, they're expressions of fear. They're scared the group is breaking apart, that Lucas is leaving him behind for a cooler crowd. This tension is the heart of Season 2. Lucas is now straddling two worlds, and it's exhausting. He has to learn the unwritten rules of his new tribe, the slang, the attitudes, the hierarchy, while managing the hurt feelings of his old tribe. This is a critical psychological stage, integration. Can he merge these two parts of himself? At first, it seems impossible. The basketball players, led by the aggressively alpha Billy Hargrove, represent everything the party isn't: conformist, aggressive, and superficially cool. Billy, in particular, is a dark mirror of what Lucas could become if he completely abandons his old self, a bully. Driven by anger and a need to dominate, Lucas's real test isn't winning games, it's navigating this social minefield without losing his core integrity. And this is where Lucas's true strength shines. The psychology of his character shows that our deepest traits don't disappear, they adapt. His strategic mind, honed planning campaigns against demogorgons, now helps him navigate plays on the court. His loyalty and protective nature, once solely for the party, now extend to his new teammate, Fred Benson, who is being bullied. Most importantly, when the chips are down and the mind flayer threatens Hawkins, Lucas doesn't hesitate. He immediately uses his new insider position, his access to the school, his freedom of movement as an athlete to help his old friends. He becomes a spy, a double agent. He brings the basketball team's bus to storm the buyer's house like a cavalry. In that moment, he perfectly integrates his two worlds. The athlete's physicality and the nerd's brilliant plan become one and the same. By season 3, the transformation is complete, but not in the way we might have first thought. Lucas isn't a jock who left his friends behind. He's Lucas Sinclair, both a key member of the party and a valued player on the basketball team. He has expanded his identity. He has shown that nerd and athlete are not mutually exclusive boxes. He found a way to belong to a mainstream group without selling out the quirky, brilliant, loyal person he always was at his core. His story is a powerful lesson in the psychology of belonging. It tells us that the drive to fit in is natural and strong. It's okay to want to be accepted, to seek new challenges, and to redefine yourself. The danger lies in completely abandoning your old self to please a new group. Lucas's journey is the healthier path. He brought his authentic self, his courage, his strategic mind, his loyalty to a new arena. He didn't become a different person for the basketball team, he showed the basketball team who Lucas Sinclair could be. In the end, from the outside looking in, it might just seem like a kid joined a sports team. But from the inside, looking out, it was a profound psychological journey. It was about overcoming the label of outsider, managing the guilt and excitement of change, balancing conflicting loyalties, and finally integrating all the parts of oneself into a stronger, more complex whole. Lucas Sinclair didn't just learn how to shoot a three-pointer. He learned how to grow up without leaving himself behind, and in doing so, he scored the most important win of all.